Hello, I'm Ben, and welcome to this week's Wafflers Wednesday. So, we're from the Great British Mickey Waffle, and tonight we're going to be discussing some of our favourite Pixar films. So, we're not alone, we have Peter and Jill. I've just realised you were on mute.
Okay, hi!
Yes, Sammy, I think I am Ben.
Yeah.
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 You,
I
you
hope
can
you
attest
are.
for that.
So what it says on well, actually, no, my marriage certificate says Benjamin,
Oh,
so
no, here we
Yes.
go.
Yes.
but he doesn't like one.
So, how are we all tonight? All good?
Good.
Yeah.
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 It's a busy day at work, but otherwise good. Yeah. Good.
Glad to see that you got the yellow and black memo, Kai. So, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Colour coordinating
again.
today.
Yeah,
What can I say?
Yeah.
we're not talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
No.
No mention of
Not
wasps
this
here.
week.
No,
Definitely no
no,
mention of
no.
wasps here.
Definitely not.
No. It's that time of year, though, isn't it? We've had bees, we've had wasps. It's,
Yeah.
We've
There's
not had
wasps and
flying
spiders.
ants yet.
It's
No,
spiders
not have
next,
flying
isn't
ants
it?
day.
Oh yeah, dragonflies
Yes.
in a couple of weeks.
And spiders, talking to spiders, the Spider-Man trailer. Have we all seen it?
Not yet.
Okay,
Well,
we'll
I
have,
I will.
we'll have to leave that one for another day because I know one of our wafflers who is in the chat has definitely seen the Spider-Man trailer.
Yes.
Hi, Sammy.
Yes.
I'd say we are sort of colour coordinated, but mine's blue. Sort of
Yeah.
navy.
It looks black though in this
Yeah.
light. It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
We'll pretend.
Yes.
We'll pretend, yeah.
I have to say, with the Spider-Man film, it's slightly disappointing it wasn't called Spider-Man Working from Home.
If they released it last year, it probably would have
probably
been.
would, yeah.
Do you know what, it probably made the list. I think we had to get used to working from home or working in different places. But yeah, so it looks like we're joined by a few people in the chat. So
We are.
if everyone in the chat would like to hit the like button, share us out. We'd love to see some more people join as well, as we'll just love chatting about Disney. So our topic tonight, we're going to be talking about Pixar films. Do we have a favourite? Is there something particular that it's that emotion that we'll talk off stage before we started, that it's emotion that always keeps us going through Pixar, whether it's Toy Story, whether it's just, I don't know, Up.
Oh, we'll get to that in a little while, I think.
Yeah, so
Tissues at the ready.
Yeah.
yes, that is true. So
Absolutely.
maybe just like Up, that we might have you crying in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It could happen.
I like crying the
It
first
could,
15
it
minutes,
could.
you never know.
It could.
So if anyone has a favourite quote or film, just leave it in the comments and we'll cover it tonight. So let's say quick hello. So who have we got? We got Neil.
Hi,
Neil.
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 We've already said hello to Sammy
Hi.
Hi, Sammy.
and John. Hi, John.
Hi, John.
We are a few.
And Heather and Wendy.
Heather.
And
How's it
Heather and
going?
Wendy. Yes.
There we go.
Sorry, Heather.
Hello, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
And where's Wendy?
Hey,
There's
Wendy.
Wendy. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
But yeah, we are a few wafflers light this evening. I know a few of us are on holiday or vacation for a few days. So
Not having fun. How dare
I
they?
know. So
we were having-
Sangria.
We were having fun on a ship last week.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
You know, and you
Have you
can't.
stopped swaying yet?
just about, yeah.
Nearly. Yeah, nearly. Yeah.
It's so
Seriously, though, it took me about a week.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't
geez.
unpleasant. It wasn't. I didn't feel sick or anything, but definitely felt slightly unsteady.
Does it feel a
My-
little bit like jet lag? You know, like
Yeah.
it just you think
Not as
you're
bad
over
as
it.
that.
You
Not as
No.
think
bad
you're
as
sort of
that,
over it and
no.
it's not sort of there.
No, it's not as
No.
bad as that. Just slightly unsteady, but frankly, I'm slightly unsteady at the best of times. So.
Hi Mark. Thanks for
You're
joining
very
us.
Hi, Mark.
Well, that doesn't bode well for me. I trip over my own feet when I haven't been on a cruise. So
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Don't worry.
That's okay.
You'll be
You
fine.
trip over anti-trip carpet, don't
I
you?
do.
Yeah,
So
Jill trips up over air.
yeah.
So,
I
you
fell
know.
over a Christmas tree once.
So I've worked out as wafflers we're quite clumsy then.
Yes.
Maybe because I'm pressing the wrong. I could easily press the wrong buttons. So I think
Yes.
let's go back to 1995. If we can cast our minds back that far
You
to
really November 1995?
yeah,
Really?
November 22nd, 1995.
Must have been 96. I got it on VHS then.
Yes, must
Yeah,
have been.
wouldn't have been DVD.
No.
It wouldn't have been DVD. But I can remember buying it out of my Christmas money.
Oh, do you know what? That film has so many memories. Every time that ever I was off ill from school, or just it would always be one that I'd always put on, to always make me feel better. And it's just such a good cast, good film. What do you guys think of it?
Love it.
I'd just like to say that I'm feeling old.
We were married by the time it came
We were
out.
married when it came out. So yeah. And you were
I've
children.
not long become a big sister.
Yeah.
So Toy Story. It was totally original.
Yep.
That was really the big thing. It was totally original.
Mm.
They found Woody's character just perfectly. After going through all the stuff they went through with it, they hit on it just perfectly. That's my opinion.
It's a great introduction to sort of computer animations, sort of CGI. It's just a game changer.
Yeah.
It was the first major feature-length film to be done on computer, if I'm remembering
It was
correctly.
the first full one. Yeah.
Yeah. When you think that from what's come from there, what's the most recent Pixar now? We've got Luca. So how things have moved on and how things have changed. And I think Pixar have now gone away from doing sequels.
Hooray.
They seem to be heading away from that area.
I think it's they did have a thing of like, okay, this is successful, let's just do another one.
Yes.
Let's just do another one. And it's nice to see them go back to a few original stories.
I think
Luca was quite good. Onward.
I think they're getting to the stage where they're only making sequels if they feel there's a need.
Yeah.
Rather than just, this is great, let's try and ride that wave.
Yeah. Instead of like late 90s, early 2000s, where it's going on the Disney side of it, not Pixar, where they do like things like 101 Dalmatians, Patches, London Adventure, just the DVD, just to get some more sales in. It was more that side of it. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they didn't need to do Toy Story 4.
No.
I liked it. It was a good film. But Toy Story 3 wrapped up that franchise perfectly.
Yeah, I agree.
Such an emotional ending.
And I think Heather's got this right. We always wanted to know what my toys did when we weren't there.
Yeah.
It answered that thing, whether it was just something that it planted that seed, that sort of seed in your mind of like, what could be happening while you're at school, what things are happening, Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And I imagine there are still generations of kids that try and catch their toys out when they leave a room.
Definitely. But
because I know I used to.
Toy Story 4, I don't think I could think of Toy Story now without thinking about Forky. Forky is such a good character.
Yes,
Forky
I agree.
Was a good character.
Woody, well, not. I don't know.
But it still wasn't needed.
No.
That part where Andy actually played with Woody and Buzz and everyone for the last time.
I think I have a guess who might be writing this comment. I think that's Claire.
I think that is probably Claire.
Claire.
I don't think John would say team. No, that's definitely a Claireism. Yes.
Yeah.
Claire, you have isms.
Yeah. But I think
absolutely.
Toy Story 3, just that ending. I don't know anyone who didn't cry or get emotional.
Absolutely.
At that end of where they're all just like hands stretching out, heading towards the incinerator.
Why is it that the bits I get emotional at are not the bits that everybody else gets emotional at?
That is true.
This is going to be an ongoing theme, I think, in this.
That is true.
This episode.
Yes.
It's given. Toy Story 3 has given me a phrase. Whenever we go to a hotel that has one of those toasters where you put your own piece of bread or your bagel or whatever in and it toasts it, I call it the Toy Story 3 machine.
I can see that now. I'm not going to be able to forget that, Jill.
No,
you'll think about it every time now. Yeah.
Just want to say a quick hello to Christine. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Christine.
And we got Dan and
Nick.
Dan and Nick.
And Nick, yeah. Hi, guys.
Hi. Great.
Cool.
Yeah. So, should we go around for a few of our favourites of Pixar? Have you got any favourite moments that stand out?
Ooh, it's really difficult. I like the first 20 minutes of Wall-E.
I thought you were going to say Up then.
I do like the first 20 minutes of Up as well.
Yeah.
Yes, it's sad, but it's great. It's really well done. But that first 20 minutes, when there's just nothing, but there's the soundtrack to Hello Dolly, and
yes,
it's just wonderful. Yeah. You don't need words.
No.
Yeah. It's amazing what they did with physical comedy and in that.
I prefer that part of the film to the rest of it. I know the how the plot moves on, but it's just that bit, and then when you get Eva, and then it's just later on, it's like, I don't know, I always go back to that beginning of going, okay, that's a brilliant start to this film. This sort of sums it up really well. And Wall-E is such a good, and I'd probably call it an underrated film.
It's very
because I don't think when you talk to a lot of people, I don't think it's not represented particularly well in Disney parks. It's not.
We always go and see the statues in DLP.
The statues in DLP are the only place I can think of them. Being represented. Yeah.
And Wall-E has given us a phrase. We are incapable of saying the words by and large without also going
by and large.
It's actually been quite a while since I've seen Wall-E. I'm going to have to go and watch it again.
And by and large crops up in a lot of Pixar films. That I think the batteries in Toy Story are by and large batteries.
That's the thing. There's loads of little hidden Easter eggs in all sort of ones from A113.
Yep. The room.
Pizza Planet truck.
The Luxo Bowl.
Just anywhere and everywhere. There's always just a few things. Do we all sort of agree to the Pixar theory?
No. And it's very complicated.
I think the thing is, the problem with it is when there was only a few films, with a few things that were linked together. I agree with it. But now it's grown so large and there's so many.
My main problem with the Pixar theory is that if Boo is the witch in Brave, and she calls bears because you would call the monsters bears. She doesn't call the monsters bears. She calls them cats.
Calls it Kitty.
She calls it Kitty. Yeah. So that it's just incredibly complicated.
It just sounds like the Marvel universe.
I think I think you have to do more stretching than Slinky to make it work. Frankly.
But it's nice to find those little hidden sort of things.
It is.
And it's just one of those things that you go to the cinema, you watch the film, and then it's like, actually, I'll go and rewatch it. But the second time you watch it, you notice all the other sort of added extras.
Yes.
But
that's cool.
So,
Jill, do you have a particular favourite moment?
Oh, favourite moment. Oh, it's just so many. I think one of my favorites is Monsters Inc. just for the sheer fun of it. Just there's so many gags. It's a riot. There's just so many things happening. But I think one of my favorite moments is when they're in the restaurant and Boo gets loose, and it's just hilarious. Just love it. I love that film. It's just so funny.
As we were saying before we came on air, we have developed our own little Pixar conversations, and one of our favorite one is, "Great San Francisco, you ruined pizza."
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Anger from Inside Out. But what's yours, Bex?
Any scene that Edna Mode's in, I think.
I love Edna Mode. She's wonderful. Yes.
All the others make me cry. All my other favourite moments make me cry.
So we have 2319.
2319.
That poor monster. That's always getting socks and stuck on him. It's like 5 times in the film.
And one of the best characters in Monsters Inc., Roz. I'm always watching.
Always watching.
Which was played by a man.
Yeah.
Because she's the big boss lady, really.
Yeah.
She is, yes.
Spoiler alert.
I don't know. My thing is also for Monsters Inc., but it's the bit put that thing about where it came from also helped me.
Yes.
That is just the best
Yeah.
sort of improvisation. It's just like,
Yes.
oh, that's brilliant. It just sums that up, and it's a great
And then in the
story.
credits, they have the whole thing.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
the music I find. I'm not sure whether
Yeah.
is Randy Newman.
It's Randy Newman. I think.
Yeah,
Randy
it is.
Newman, yeah.
Randy Newman, and just his music is brilliant. It really is.
Yeah.
His music
From-
can always make me cry, even when it's not sad.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing? Not too sure.
It's just it tugs at the heartstrings somehow.
Auntie Edna.
Auntie Edna.
Yeah.
Oh.
She wouldn't like Doctor Strange, would she?
Yeah, the bloopers in the
Bloopers
credits.
in the credits.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's a little bit like with Marvel. You have to make sure you stay through the credits
You do.
Yeah.
at the end. But with Pixar, you can just sit there and watch them. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was in the first Toy Story, but I know Toy Story 2 was memorable because it
Yes.
was Mr. Potato Head and Barbie
Yes.
driving around the store.
Yeah.
That was quite good.
Yes. And
And
the
Wheezy.
the controversial scene with
Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete and the Barbies.
Yes,
Yes.
that they cut,
Yes.
didn't they? They
Yeah.
cut from later
Yeah.
ones.
Yes.
Yes,
Probably
that's true.
because it really not very family friendly.
But what's
Yeah.
actually quite good is those have had to have been made separately from
Yeah.
the rest of the film. So they've actually taken the
Yeah.
time to go and
Yeah.
do these so that
I have a feeling what's probably happened is you've had the voice actors in, they've been doing it, and they've just been doing improv, and I think
Possibly.
they've just gone off because I don't know whether we've all seen it, the pictures and videos of Robin Williams when he was doing the voice
Doing
acting for
Aladdin.
Aladdin,
Yeah.
and they had hours and hours of extra content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I think they had the same here, and they probably do with like warm-ups and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just had the animators to do things that would match with what they've said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've
Our
gone all
screen's
pale.
just gone
Yeah.
black. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we are.
Models has just went off for a second. I'm not sure what
Yeah.
happened.
having a
there.
moment, technology.
Yeah. But yeah,
Cool.
it's just one of those things that I think that just adds to the things that Pixar does. But
Jack and Edna,
Short.
yes.
yeah,
The Jack and
Jack's
Edna
brilliant.
are really the only things I really enjoyed about Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
and the raccoon.
And the raccoon.
Yeah.
That counts as
Yes.
Jack, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all Jack.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
It's that film was around Jack. That's literally what it was all about, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I know John's not here tonight, but I do think we need to talk about Finding Nemo.
Nemo. Yeah.
Going to say something that might be a bit controversial. I
You saying you
preferred-
don't like it?
No, I like it. I just preferred Finding Dory.
Okay.
Yes. Some people do actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just
Some people do.
the
Finding
eyes.
Dory makes me cry. Finding Nemo doesn't. And if a film can make me cry, then I think it's a good film because it means it's making me feel something.
Mm.
Okay.
But what
So
if it
any
doesn't
film you
want to
don't
make you cry?
Cry is a
What?
rubbish film.
If it's meant to make me
Yeah.
If it's meant
Yes.
to make me cry and it does, then it's a good
Yeah.
film.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I need to watch Finding Nemo again, see if you cry.
I don't.
Yeah.
Finding
I'm
Nemo.
sure I might cry in Finding Nemo. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah. There's so many classic things in Nemo that I like it. It was never one of my favourites,
Mm.
but it has grown on me over the years.
Yes. It's a bit more grown up than some of the others in the way it deals with the characters
Mm.
and the way it deals with disability and the way it deals with friendship.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
just different.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just keep swimming.
Just
Keep
swimming.
swimming.
I
Yeah.
think we've all needed that this past year.
That's the top I
Yes.
should have worn today.
Oh, you've got
Yeah.
a Dory
I
top.
should have put my Dory top on.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh well.
But yeah, no.
Mm.
I didn't try much effort. I've got my Star Wars t-shirt on.
That works.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
true. And I like it for that fact alone.
yeah.
Oh.
And
Oh.
for 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Yeah.
Yes.
P. Sherman 42. And yeah.
And the seagulls.
And the seagulls.
Mine.
Can't see a seagull without going, nice.
Mine.
Mine. Mine. Mine. Mine.
Yeah. That is true. That's
Yeah.
a very good point.
We have a lot of seagulls where we live, and they really are like
That's
that.
because we live near the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But seagulls
will
aren't
happen.
seagulls; they're land gulls. But that's another whole other story.
Yeah.
You don't get seagulls at sea.
Yeah, I didn't find Finding Dory as good. Mine.
Yes.
I didn't find Finding Dory as good as Finding Nemo. I enjoyed it very much, but I think Finding Nemo's better. I think it has a tighter story.
Weirdly, I actually think the reason I preferred Finding Dory was because I watched Finding Nemo so much.
Okay.
Right, okay.
My brother had a habit of watching films over and over and over again, and Finding Nemo was one of the ones that he did that with.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, Danny. I mean, you're going
He's
to
probably
watch
not
this.
going to be watching this, so you're
Oh.
still good.
It does
And
have
yeah,
a little
and it was
special.
fresh and new, but with characters that I
Yes,
knew and
yeah.
loved.
Yeah.
It does have a little. Finding Nemo has a little special place in our heart because when we did our DLP and cruise trip in 2017, and we did the videos, we used Beyond the Sea as the theme. And when we went to DLP, they were actually playing Beyond the Sea as we walked through the village. And of course, it's the theme from Finding Nemo. Fish are friends,
not food. Yes, Becca, my sister used to watch horror films, so it's a bit different.
Bit different. You're right. I was lucky. I was Disney and Pixar.
Yeah,
and Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the reason I like Finding Dory is because we always laugh at the bit where it's Becky is eating a cup.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was it? I trust Becky. Becky is eating a cup.
One day I'll get it on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's funny is you can't see this, and I hope it doesn't fall apart on camera. I've got. See if you
Oh
can
wow.
Oh yes.
That's nice.
see. And at the bottom, you can just about see Becky and you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Hoo ha ha.
Is it shark bait?
Yeah, sorry, I was replying
You
to,
just-
replying to Heather.
Yes. Shark bait. Yes.
Shark bait. Yes.
Well, Becky, Becca, at least your namesake is a nice character.
Yeah.
Bit odd, bit weird, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Accurate.
Thanks.
Peters don't tend to get a good looking
Parker?
Apart from Spider-Man.
dragon. Pete's dragon as well, but Stinky Pete, Toy Story, Pete from the Fab Five.
Yeah.
Pete's don't tend to get good looking.
Oh.
No.
Oh, but that's Pete. You're a Peter.
Yeah.
Peters get a good looking because Peter Parker and
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it all
Young
changes.
now horror.
Yeah.
Walt
Yes.
Disney, now horror.
You should try to get her back into the Disney.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, of course it is, Sammy. Yes.
Peter Pan.
Peter
Of
Pan.
course.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is
yeah.
true. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going
Yeah,
there.
we won't mention Peter Pan. But yeah,
Yeah.
Crush.
Correct.
Dude.
Whoa, dude.
All you Americans have to come over to Paris and ride the ride.
Yeah.
Or wait to
Yes.
first of all. Oh no, so that's wrong. Right.
Wrong ride.
No, wrong
I was
ride.
thinking Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Or we can go there if you
I'm
like.
talking of Ratatouille.
Talking of
Mm.
Ratatouille.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. As sorry, carry on.
No, I just
There you go.
love Ratatouille, Remy, whether it's the attraction or the film.
Yeah.
As someone who cooks for a living and who enjoys cooking and who enjoys food and who knows food, I just love it. It's fantastic. It not only does it show the French way of dealing with food, but how food makes us feel and how we react to food emotionally. I just love it.
I love Anton Ego. Anton Ego is just the most wonderful name for a critic.
And
I
that
think
speech
Sammy's
is
not interested
fantastic.
because there's no chicken nuggets.
No,
Yeah.
no, I agree. Yes, yeah. Anton Ego's speech is fantastic.
Yeah.
Go with the flow. Sorry.
Just for you, John. Righteous.
Ratatouille is kind of a middling one for me. It's kind of
Okay.
It's not one of my favourites, but I don't dislike it.
I find it
Mhm.
forgettable, as in the film sometimes.
You forgot you watched it.
Several times. But it's one of those ones that, when I go to Disneyland Paris and experience the attraction, it all sort of reminds me of it. So it's like I have seen it and I know the story, and but unlike a lot of other Pixar films, I don't think there's that many memorable moments that stick in sort of my mind. But
what people don't really see in it is how Chef Skinner is not only decrying the brand name by making all these frozen foods.
It's not Skinner. It's Gusto.
No. Gusto was the original owner.
Was the original
Skinner is the new owner.
That's right. Yeah,
and he's using Gusto's image to sell barbecue flavor frozen this and stuff like that, and that's watering down the quality of the restaurant and watering down the quality of the food that they serve, really.
And in the attraction in Paris, when you go in the queue, you see all the posters for the ready meals, the frozen food.
You do, yeah.
And they are hilarious. I don't think they've actually put those in the Epcot version.
No, it seems a slightly different entrance.
Yeah.
If anyone's done one of the prequel show soft openings, let us know.
Yeah. And it's
Wendy. It's definitely
a month
see.
Today. It is a month today.
Yeah.
Yay.
Wendy, it's definitely worth watching through.
Yeah.
Ratatouille, definitely worth watching through.
Yeah.
I think it is one of those films that I'd have to admit I've probably seen in bits and pieces to begin with, but actually
he watched it all the way through because he watched it with me.
Yeah, we talked about this before, weren't we? Before we came on air.
Yeah,
planes.
Fun enough, I think it's a Disney and Pixar sort of collaboration where when you look on Pixar's official list, it's not listed
because it's not any good.
Yeah,
I think
it's actually one that I've never seen, so I can't really comment.
Wasn't it? It isn't that good, trust me.
No.
Wasn't it supposed to be a straight to DVD that decided to have a cinema release?
So,
but no adequately explored.
I think it was after Cars, wasn't it? It was after
Cars
2. Yeah. And when we know the caliber of Cars 2.
Yeah.
We sort of...
didn't they do a sequel, Planes, Fire and Rescue, as well?
Yeah, they did.
Yes. Yeah, but that was straight to DVD, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So is there anybody out there who thinks Cars 2 is a masterpiece? Please let us know in the comments. Somebody must be. Not me, not me.
Do you know what? I liked it when I was watching it, and I like the Cars franchise, but that's a bit of a petrol head. I like my cars. I like that. I don't think Cars 2 did the series any justice. There was no... It didn't do anything to the story or to the plot, to the characters. There was nothing that was necessary in that film, apart from it filled an hour and a half to 2 hours of just something lighthearted.
Yeah, okay.
It's actually I think it's actually the only Pixar film I haven't even seen a little bit of.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you saw Cars 1 and Cars 3.
I've seen Cars 1 and Cars 3. I haven't even touched Cars 2.
Yeah.
Sammy, we thought the same. It's
weird.
It's weird because it's like you'd think Cars and doing the same thing with planes would be in like the same universe.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be set in the same universe.
Yeah.
Or is it a plane version of
Oh, who knows? We're just going to skip it.
Yeah.
So what do we think? Do we think there is still a difference between Disney and Pixar films?
Yeah, I think I do. I really do.
Yeah.
I think there's a big difference.
Because when they started, it was very much Pixar was very computery looking and Disney wasn't. Pixar was kind of more boy friendly, if you like, whereas Disney was very much pushing the princess thing at the time. And then you get to the point where Pixar does Brave and Disney does Wreck-It Ralph, and you go, what?
Shouldn't that be the other way around?
Yeah.
I think it was each other's try to open up their markets a little bit.
Yeah, possibly.
I love Wreck-It Ralph.
Personally, I think Pixar did better with Inside Out in getting that girl market.
Yeah.
The main character is actually a girl, which helps.
Yeah.
Emotions are generally more of a girl thing.
Oh, she's a very sporty girl.
She's a very sporty girl, but us girls tend to like to talk about our emotions more than boys do.
What I like is how they you see the parents' emotions as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can see how they
Oh,
react, and it's that
Yeah.
sporting bit. It's like the dad, I'm just switched off, focus on
Yeah.
sport, or just ignoring what's happening, and it's just like panic sets in, anger, and it's just like what's happening next. It's
My
brilliant.
favourite part of Inside Out is the end sequence when you go into everybody else's emotions.
Yes.
And the dogs and the cats are just there playing with everything.
Yeah.
It's so sad though when Bing Bong dies.
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Take her to the moon for me.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that I don't know whether it was the director or the writer or somewhere had this idea of a spin-off where Riley's grown up and she becomes an astronaut.
Okay.
Oh,
And as she's about to go on her first mission, she remembers that this was her dream, and she remembers Bing Bong, and Bing Bong therefore comes back.
Oh, that would make me cry because Bing Bong disappearing made me cry.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the thing that got me, we saw the trailer for Inside Out, and it made it look like it was this sort of laugh riot.
Oh, okay.
It was the scene where the parents are dealing with Riley not being happy at school in the different ways, and that you have all the characters in the parents' heads and so on, and that's quite a funny scene. So it made it look like it was going to be this out and out uproarious comedy. And so when it came out, I think some people didn't quite know how to take it. I remember being in the cinema full of parents with very small children who really weren't getting it. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. And for me, the bit where the console just goes grey and shuts down completely, I think if anybody knows anybody who's suffered with depression or has it or whatever, that is just a perfect way to describe it for me.
That's true. And Inside Out, I know is used for CBT courses, and it's just such a good film that someone can just watch, look at, go into detail with emotions, and it's brilliant. It really is.
It's a brilliant way of introducing children to emotions as well.
Yes,
and helping them understand what they're feeling, and why they're feeling this way. Some kids don't necessarily understand that.
And I just love the interaction between panic and fear.
Yes.
No, panic is fear.
Yes.
Anger and fear.
Anger and fear.
Yes.
I'm confused with my emotions already.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch this film. But Inside Out. Did anyone watch was it those Pixar in real life?
Yes.
Oh, I love
Disney Plus. When they did
I did
Inside Out one.
Yes, I remember
was
that.
Really good.
Inside Out is probably my top 5. I don't quite know where in my top 5.
I think your top 5's probably got 10 films in it.
It does. I think I have a top
5 with 5 honourable mentions.
Yes.
Okay, I think we'll get to a top 3 when we get
6.
to the end.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to narrow it down.
Yeah. Okay. So what was it? We've sort of touched on Brave, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that I've never seen.
I've seen bits of it.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I can't really comment on it. But it's just doesn't really. I don't know.
It's good in parts. It's good in parts.
It is good. Billy Connolly's hilarious, it is quite good. There's a few elements that I think were just mishandled. You don't see enough of the brothers once they become bears, and spoiler, and the whole turning into a bear thing. How many times are you going to do Disney and Pixar? You're going to do films where somebody turns into a bear. Enough now. Okay.
I could just imagine someone working for Disney at the minute going, we need more films where people turn into bears.
Yes.
Add more bears.
How does a giant red panda sound instead?
That's a very good point. And we'll come to turning red later. Because that's another thing. But
there's not much to say about it, really. It's a good film, and I enjoyed it. And the little spirits are really nicely done.
Okay.
And at least they had proper Scottish people.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it a must watch? Would you put it in your top 5 Pixar?
No.
No, I'd say it's definitely worth a watch.
So next time I'm on the plane for like 10 hours to Florida, and it's like I'm thinking what to watch, I might put that on the list.
Yeah, absolutely.
The one time I tried to watch it was on the plane to Florida, and I didn't get all the way through it, so it's not a guarantee.
No.
Yes, Sammy, I agree. I like Merida as a character, and she's great to meet in the parks. But yeah, she deserved a better film.
Yeah.
I think she likes Merida for other reasons as well.
Well, yeah.
It's not patriotic, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm Scottish and it's not even in my top 10.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's everything.
Did we actually talk about Bug's Life?
No, we didn't.
Because I know you hate it with a passion.
Yeah, Sammy, we might not be able to be friends for much longer. I can't stand Bug's Life.
I love it.
I hate it.
It's like Marmite.
Oh. Yeah, I think it might be one of those Marmite films. You either really like it or you really hate it.
It's better than Ants.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
That doesn't really sound like
Ants are the same film.
Well, just as rubbish.
Yeah.
Well, they are effectively the same film, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that David Hyde Pierce was in it. Niles from Frasier, basically being exactly the same character. Yeah. He was the stick insect. And I like, you've got some weird stuff like the ladybug.
Was it Heimlich the caterpillar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he was my favourite character. It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the ladybug showing that gender fluid is not a new thing. But yeah, it's just not one of my favourites.
It's one that I'd happily watch, but when I rewatch it, I go, okay, it's not the best. It's, I think nothing was going to beat Toy Story.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think
they
that's the
did,
thing why a lot of people probably don't like it as much is because it had to follow Toy Story.
Yeah.
And how do you do that with something that's completely out of the blue and something that's so amazing?
Yeah.
To answer your question, Sammy, for a start, I don't like bugs in general, even animated ones. They creep me out. And the film itself just bores me. I don't like the plot. It just,
I've had an idea. Next time we'll come back from Florida on the plane and you say you can't sleep on the plane
you want me to put a Bug's
you
Life?
can watch a Bug's Life and then see if you fall asleep.
No, because it won't make me fall
It might not be on.
Oh, yeah, it's
No,
true.
it's
There's only a limited amount of data in the system, unfortunately.
So are we going to get the tissues out and talk about Up?
Oh,
I think we
so.
might need
Yeah.
Yeah.
John's not here tonight here, but
I know John really wanted to join us
wants to
tonight
talk
for
about
this, but we can't talk about Pixar without talking about Up. It's just I don't know where to begin apart from that opening sequence.
It's a film of odd contrast. Isn't
It is kind of two films put together, but it works.
Yeah.
You have this whole beautiful love story of Carl and Ellie, which is largely told without words.
And in the first 10 minutes.
And in the first 10 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly daring to do that. Yeah. But you totally understand how important she is through the rest of the film. And then you have this whole Russell coming along and this unlikely friendship happening. But you have all the sort of fun with Doug and the dogs and Kevin the bird and all the crazy stuff that happens as well. And that's almost like a different film tied into it.
It is.
Yeah. But it goes together so well because a lot of things that are set up in that first part. Like the adventure and it's you can just see it being played out, and that's the bit that you find really emotional towards the end.
Towards the end, where actually he's been trying to have this great adventure that because him and his wife missed out on it, and he wants to have it for her.
Yeah,
and then he realizes that she had an adventure, and her adventure was her life with him.
Yeah. I think apart from the first 10 minutes or so, my favorite part is when he gives Russell the pop cap,
the grape soda,
the grape soda badge.
Yeah.
You know, that got me. That really got me. Yeah.
Oddly enough, we were in the Disney store, R.I.P. Disney stores, in Cardiff the other day, and we saw a little ceramic countdown. You know, they have these things where you turn the numbers over every day.
Yeah.
In the shape of Carl and Ellie's house with the balloons. And I thought, yeah, but ironic. Because if there was ever a couple who had no use for a countdown,
that's a very good
it
point.
was Carl and Ellie.
Actually, it's actually also that first 10 minutes is kind of like 2020 and 2021.
Oh,
Yeah.
They keep having to break the money
yes,
to get the money, and we keep trying to get on holiday.
I know. Several times over the last year, we've said it's a Carl and Ellie moment.
The Carl and Ellie moment, yeah.
Oh, it's
it
is just one of those things, at least that you have to see it.
Oh, really? You have to
you need to. And also, I do want to mention the voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's his name? Carl Fredrickson.
Carl
Passed away last weekend.
Yeah. And again, a brave thing to do to make your central character an old man.
An old grumpy man at that, really.
Man, yeah. I mean, there are actually plushies of Carl and Ellie.
Yeah, there are.
Again, we saw them in the Disney store last week, but you know, who sat around in the marketing department and said, "Yay, that'll shift a lot of plushies."
And the thing is, it's people. We're talking about art, so it'll happen.
Yeah.
Oh, Doug.
Oh, Doug.
I just met you, but I love you. Yeah.
Heather, we watched the first 2 episodes of this earlier, and it is brilliant.
It's brilliant.
I highly recommend it. They're only about 10 minutes each, but I think there's 5 on Disney Plus at the minute.
Oh, Heather, yes, I do not like the cone of shame.
Do you know what? I didn't realise tonight that we'd be talking about so many quotes from the film.
Yeah.
It just takes you straight back to it, and it's. But yeah.
Lisa, yes, you will cry, but you'll also laugh because there are some really fun
you will.
In it, well.
Especially when Kevin's involved.
Or Doug.
Yeah. And I called Carl a grumpy man. He's only grumpy because they're taking his house away, his home, and his wife lives in that home, even though he doesn't.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, Claire owns Doug.
This is true. But I'm fairly certain
Mabel is just like Doug.
All right, okay.
You very much get that sense of, I've just met you, but I love you.
Especially
if you play with me.
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
The good dinosaur.
Medium.
I think this one.
I think it gets forgotten about quite a bit.
I didn't enjoy it.
I think
it's a bit mediocre. Yeah.
I actually fell asleep during the cinema.
I didn't actually see it in the cinema.
It is a bit of a shame because the concept of looking past someone who's different from you to see that actually their circumstances aren't all that different is a good one, and it's a good message. I do think it got lost a little bit in everything because it came out in between Inside Out and Finding Dory.
Yeah. And I think also the contrast between these beautiful landscapes and the very clumsy looking dinosaur and kid, it's just jarring.
Yeah, it just didn't. I don't know. I can't really comment because I didn't see much of it.
I've only watched it once,
and I haven't gone back to watch it either.
No,
but that's one of those things.
I feel like it does. I do feel like it doesn't get a fair shot. I think it's better than everyone remembers it being.
Yeah, it's just a bit too random. It's just a bit too random. The people characters just come in and disappear, and yes, it's Hi Kelly.
Hi Kelly.
Yes, it's essentially a road movie. Essentially, it's a buddy movie, but still,
it's a difficult one, isn't it? And going after Finding Dory, after that we've got Cars 3. Have we all seen it?
Yeah, we saw that on the Magic first time we went on the.
I enjoyed it, and
it was better than Cars 2.
It
apparently
redeemed Cars
Yes.
2.
Yeah.
But I think it was only necessary to do that.
Yeah.
And we've got a few things in Hollywood studios that have come from it, and I think it's a good franchise. I just think it's, yet again, Disney were just doing their sequel thing. I think with Cars 2 felt a little bit like, okay, well, we've done Toy Story 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
It's okay, we'll do Cars 1, and we'll do 2.
We'll round off the trilogy.
Yeah.
I think almost Lightning McQueen is almost a better character than any of the films. In that Disney just slapped Lightning McQueen on something and that's it.
Ka-chow.
Yeah. Ka-ching, even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the 3 gave Lightning a purpose that wasn't winning. It was training winners.
Yeah.
See, like Doc. What's his name?
Hudson. Yeah.
Doc Hutton did to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hudson Hornet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hornet, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
I mean, having said that, I would love to see Radiator Springs in Disneyland.
Oh yes.
Because if they've really done it well, I would love to see it.
Yes.
Even though I'm not particularly fussed on the franchise itself, it does look amazing.
I think that's the thing, is there are certain aspects of films and certain parts that we'd like to see put into Disney parks from different things. So whether there might be something that, I don't know, they could have put Good Dinosaur in Dinoland, replaced it. That could have
been the IP that they
could have been one of those original
to revamp
things
it a little bit.
Yeah, would have been if they wanted to put IP in that sort of area and give it a bit of a cash injection from what it's got and a bit of an overhaul.
Even if they just put some of the Good Dinosaur plushies in the booths that you can win.
Yeah.
But they were going to. There was talk about re-theming Big Thunder Mountain around Lone Ranger. But Lone Ranger bombed. Yeah, quite rightfully.
I enjoyed that film.
They're not allowed to touch Big Thunder Mountain.
No,
that is true.
And thinking of Disneyland again, of course, they have a lot of Pixar involved there. In Pixar, you have Pixar Pier, and you have the emotional whirlwind ride. And I thought they must have been kicking themselves for doing the Incredicoaster, because surely you want to do the emotional roller coaster. Surely that's the obvious tie-in. Yeah.
I do want to do the Incredicoaster.
Yeah, it looks amazing, I have to say. Yeah.
Just we need to get back into the States first before we can do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, okay. Going from Up, what we've spoken about, to another film that makes us cry. Coco.
Oh, yeah, I love Coco. Yeah.
Remember
right
me.
from the start, yeah.
It's close to my heart. I have actually volunteered before now in a group that uses music with people who have dementia. And that sounds like a terribly worthy thing. It wasn't. It was an absolute blast of pure fun.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, but I know a bit about the power of music and the way it speaks to a completely different part of your brain. And when I sat there and I watched that, and I was going, yes, 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 this is exactly how it is. It just, I just lit up.
And the bit at the end where Miguel sings to Mama Coco, and she, and it triggers that memory in her brain.
Yeah.
You can see the silence. We're all just thinking back, and it's just we're with you, Heather.
Yeah,
yes.
everybody's crying. Also, I think it's such a beautiful film visually as well.
It is. It's absolutely, the colours are absolutely gorgeous.
It could have been a very creepy film if you think you spend a lot of time among people who are skeletons. Basically.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, see ya.
They do manage to make it colourful and fun, but Mexican culture is very colourful.
It is, yeah.
I mean, I'm not from that culture, and I hope that they managed to portray it in a respectful way. I feel like they did.
They almost got into a bit of trouble, though, didn't they?
Well, early on, yeah.
Yeah, well, early on, because they wanted to copyright Disney's Dia de los Mortos.
Yeah.
Which is a bit like saying we want to copyright the word Easter.
Yeah. It's,
yeah. It's not yours, It's not yours to copyright. But by the look of it, they did actually listen to people. And from what I hear, it is really well regarded and as having done justice to the culture.
I've never had anyone say a bad word about Coco.
Yeah.
If I had to pick tiny little hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody else looks like the picture on the mantelpiece. At the end, his father does not look like his picture on the mantelpiece. He looks like he has been all the way through. Surely he would look like his picture on the mantelpiece.
That's it. We're all going to be watching it again now.
Yeah, we're all going to be watching just for that, aren't we?
Yeah. And again, I love Dante and all the animals and so on. And Disneyland Paris used a lot of the Coco imagery over the last few years during the Halloween season. They had the paper art up, and they had some figures, and they had a Dante, and it just looks amazing.
Yeah,
it's a really, really strong look.
The parade in Disneyland, Magic Happens, which debuted was it early 2020? And that's got Frozen float boats, also got Coco, and it just looks so impressive. Really does. Can't wait. Oh, I think
Johnny's here.
Hello,
John.
Yay! How's Lanzarote?
You finally got Wi-Fi.
Yay!
And of course, Coco has been added to PhilharMagic.
Yes,
it has. The first addition to PhilharMagic in 20 years, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the first Pixar. Yeah. Ooh, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly.
Give it a watch.
Kelly, give it a go.
How do you know it's not your type of movie if you've not watched it?
Says she.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
Because I love that film.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we talk about Incredibles? We did.
We talked about Incredibles to a little bit.
Vaguely, yeah.
I think it's definitely a good Pixar film.
Yeah.
Not sure whether we needed the second one.
No, we didn't need a second one at all.
Could have just had Edna and Jack and skipped the rest.
Yeah.
That'd been good.
Yeah.
A whole 90 minutes of
Edna and Jack.
I mean, that's Incredibles 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, in The Incredibles 3 when the three kids are all grown up.
Don't need them. Just Edna and Jack.
Just Edna and Jack.
Yeah. But I love the way in the original Incredibles that they took elements of things that each character would want to have and made that their superpower. So the dad would want to be really strong. The mum would want to be really flexible and able to deal with a lot of things at once. And teenage girl would want to be able to make herself invisible, and a young boy would want to be really fast and so on.
So what does that say about Jack?
To do everything.
Yes, I was going to say, what does that say about Jack?
Yeah.
Well, like most babies, they want to do everything. They want to get into everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I know we're talking about this isn't Pixar related, but I'm in shock.
Right.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yes.
Kelly, you need to see both. You need to see Coco and Nightmare Before Christmas.
Make that your Halloween evening watching.
Yes. Nightmare Before Christmas is good. It's not one of my top favorites. It has some great moments.
And you can watch it any time between September and Christmas.
Yep, absolutely.
If you're in Disney, you can watch it in August. Yeah.
Yes.
Disney watch it in February, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Whenever they're planning Halloween next or Christmas.
Yeah.
So what's next? What's the next film?
Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Good film. I'd probably give it 7 out of 10. I don't think it was necessary.
I'm unsure about Gabby Gabby. I'm unsure whether I like her or not.
And the creepy ventriloquist dummies.
Yep, I don't like
ventriloquist dummies were weird. Gabby is not really a villain though.
She is.
She's
She
not.
is, but she has a
Kind of.
backstory that is, yeah.
Well, it felt like Lotso again.
Okay, Heather, I'm with you.
Yes.
Yeah, Frozone spin-off. Yes.
That would be good.
And we
So
want
that's
to
what
see his
the
wife.
should be.
Finally get to see his wife.
Yes.
Yes.
Where's my super
the
suit?
It's for the greater good, woman.
I'm the greatest good you'll ever get.
And of course, Samuel L. Jackson does that voice perfectly.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson is amazing.
Yep.
Kelly's Toy Story fan. Cool.
Yeah.
Toy Story 4.
It was different. Just not. I don't know. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I don't know.
It was worth going to see. Whether it should have been made is a different matter.
Yeah.
What did we think about?
Yes.
That's a very good
Finding
point,
John
Mark.
Ratzenberger.
Yes, that was great.
What do we think about Soul?
Well, I liked it. I just don't think it was a film that I wanted to watch on Christmas Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it would have done better, and I would have felt better watching it if it was in its original release date, which was going to be July 2020.
It felt more of a summer hit film than a Christmas Day, Boxing Day film.
I think even more than Inside Out, it's one that's very thoughtful.
Yeah.
And you really need to sort of take on a lot of unfamiliar stuff. And it's not one to watch through a haze of too much turkey and 25 sherries.
Yeah.
I think
and it didn't help that we all went into lockdown last Christmas, and it was like, okay, well, it's not going to be a big family film because you can't invite them all around, and it's
a bit hard to watch a film that's basically telling you to live your life to the best that you can when you can't even leave the house.
It's interesting. It's interesting because all of that tended not to be relevant in our younger days because you didn't have all this choice. Yep. The big Disney film was the big Disney film, and it went out on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Because it was the big Disney film.
Yeah.
So it would have gone out on Christmas Day no matter what.
Yeah.
Whether you chose to watch it on Christmas Day was a different thing.
Yeah.
But I just think it was put out at the wrong time. I watched it. I quite enjoyed it, but it was just really the wrong time.
I would have preferred if they put Black Widow out on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it would.
That would have done well Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Action films always do well on Christmas Day. That's the sort of film you want to watch after.
Is that why Die Hard is a Christmas film?
Yeah.
Yes, Heather, I like the cat as well.
Yes, I like the cat. It's a good film. I've gone back and watched it again since, and it is great, actually. But I just think they released it the wrong day.
Yeah, I need to watch it again. I think it's a...
Yeah.
We did miss Onward.
Yeah.
Yes, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Onward more than Jill.
Yeah. I just felt it was a very DreamWorks looking film.
Visually, yes, but story-wise, I think it was still very Pixar.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy was probably happy because Tom Holland was voicing
yes. Ian. Yes.
Ian, that's the one.
Yeah. It just didn't do it for me. I found the whole half a dad thing just too weird. Weekend at Bernie's, for those who remember Weekend at Bernie's.
It wasn't what I was expecting from it. I think after watching all of the trailers, I thought, okay, this is going to be... Sometimes you find, especially with Disney and Pixar, that you'll either get lots of stuff in the trailers and it'll be completely different in the film, or the other. But I just think with Onward that I was wanting more. I think it was being hyped up of being such a good film, and it was. I just don't think I got the emotional connect to it. And I think that's where with Up, I got that within the first 15 minutes. Wally, I got that straight away. Onward, I was having to go through the whole film and then afterwards trying to pick back where it was that I felt that emotion.
And sorry, but I didn't like the end. I won't spoil it for those who have yet to see it.
I know what you mean.
I know what it was trying to say, but I don't think it said it very well.
No.
Yeah.
Just want to say.
See you, Nick.
Bye,
Night, Nick.
Have a nice
Bye,
evening.
Nick.
Yeah.
And bye, Christine.
See you, Christine. Yay.
It's interesting how everyone's got different opinions on these films.
Yeah.
The thing is, we're all not the same. We're all going to have different things. And
See, I mean, I like the setting of Onward, that sort of mystic magic, unicorns, fairies, pixies.
Yeah.
Sort of setting appeals to me in general. And I like that. There will be some spoilers in this comment. That all of what he was trying to teach him came out of the game that he played. It felt very Dungeons and Dragons ish.
Yeah. And I like the monster who became a burger place owner or something like that. Yes.
Yeah, there were some good things about it. Yes, it was the last thing we all saw before the shutdown.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you, Heather.
Oh,
yeah.
And
this is why I think John would just bawl his eyes out.
Yeah, because it's that story of two boys trying to have one last day with their dad.
Yeah. Oh gosh, John's already. Yeah. John's already gone.
Okay, and it's the most recent Pixar film.
Luca.
Once it stopped trying to rip off The Little Mermaid,
yes,
kind of, the first sort of 20 minutes, I thought this is The Little Mermaid with boys, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. Being a Philistine, I have to say it made me think of Portofino Bay Resort in Orlando rather than the actual Portofino in Italy because I haven't been there, but. It got better. I did enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's top rank, but it did get better.
I got a bit bored about halfway through and wandered off. I did go back to the end when it got closer to the end. It just felt like it dragged a bit in the middle.
That's the benefit of having Disney Plus and watching it on Disney Plus than the cinema. Because you wouldn't generally walk at the half.
I wouldn't have walked out of the cinema, but my own living room, I will go and put her somewhere else. And
I just think that. Sorry, Claire, we're going to disagree on that.
We are. I'm going to disagree as well.
I want to watch it again when I'm want to focus and watch it.
I think the first half felt like a straight to DVD animation, but the second half, the plot got better. The emotions got deeper, the relationships got deeper, and I think really from that halfway mark, what I'm coming away remembering from Luca is Santa Mozzarella, Santa Pecorino, and
Silenzio Bruno.
all those cheeses. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Onward didn't do it for John.
Oh. Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. I think we're going to have a chat about Pixar films in one of our podcasts coming up to give everyone a fair chance. But I think it's really weird seeing films that come straight out on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And the cinema. I'd rather than do it separately. I'd rather than be at the cinema 30 days at least, which I think is the
or at least premiere.
Yeah.
At least
like the choice.
Yeah.
So Kelly, you've got a lot to watch.
Yeah.
Would you like our list?
But definitely start with Coco.
Yes. You can't go wrong with Coco.
Yeah.
I think,
and it's coming up to that time of year.
I'd leave Coco till last because I think it's the best. So you save the best till last.
You might get put off by watching one that isn't as good.
No, because they get better the further back you go with those three.
Yeah, watch it today.
Kelly. Claire says you've got to watch it today.
This is the power. The power of
Waffle.
Oh, do you know what? I've realised we've gone over the hour, and John's not even here.
John's not even here. Yeah.
See,
not by much.
Michael actually about Onward.
Yeah.
It's not pushing any big social economic messages. It's just there's a family message in there rather than a big political one.
We should do Pixar shorts because there are so many good ones.
We should.
The problem with Pixar shorts, they waffle power. their shorts and Disney shorts tend to get mixed up in my mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I keep thinking of, what was it, Lava? The Lava one. That's the Disney one, not the Pixar. That's the
no, Lava's Pixar, I think.
Is it?
I think
I
Pixar's.
don't know anymore.
I don't know. We'll have
to be on Disney Plus.
We'll definitely have to think about.
I think Paperman is. Paperman is Disney, I think.
Yeah.
Well, can anyone remember what Lava was out before? Which film did it?
Was it Inside Out?
I think it might be Inside Out.
You meant it's Pixar.
It wasn't Moana, no. Yes, yeah. Pixar shorts, yes. Get them on the list.
Yes, and of course, what we didn't mention was that Luca is from the same director as La Luna.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can tell.
And it looks the same. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think the father is actually either the same character or
looks remarkably like the guy in the boat. Yes.
Yeah. So out next year, there are 2 Pixar films. We've got Lightyear, which is voiced by Chris Evans.
Okay.
Which will be very interesting.
Yes.
And the coming of age film Turning Red, which is also out in 2022. So we're looking forward to seeing what happens with those.
Next.
I'm looking forward to Lightyear. I'm a bit dubious on Turning Red.
Okay. But it sounds a bit like the Hulk.
We've gone back to turning people into bears again.
Yeah.
Yes. Pretty much.
Well, she's a giant red panda.
Yeah.
Yes. Pandas are bears.
Yeah. That is true. I think it's time to wrap up. I think
it is. Yeah.
I know. Well, we could go for hours at this rate, but as it is the 1st of September, if you haven't already noticed on our socials that we had a new show out today. And we talked about one of the biggest things when thinking about a trip to Disney. To plan or not to plan? That is the question.
Yep.
We didn't actually call it that in the end.
No, we didn't. We thought we'd go along the line of Disney Genie and go, you never had a plan like me, but...
There's a bit of a link in there.
Yeah.
It's great. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's good show, and there's a lot of stuff we've got coming up. So over the weekend on all our socials and on Inner Waffler's Arms, we did announce our giveaway for the 50th.
Yay!
So we are having a little giveaway at the Great British Mickey Waffle to celebrate not only our 50th episode, but also it's Walt Disney World's 50th on the 1st of October. We will be having a live show, which is at 8:30 p.m. In the UK, which will be 3:30 Eastern time. And we'll have some special guests, maybe one from a park. Yeah. You never know.
And just to clear up some confusion, there will be a podcast out that day as well.
Yes. Yeah. So we're going to be very busy in September.
We are.
Yeah.
There may be some Disney Magic prizes.
Yes.
Yeah. There'll be some magic heading your way.
Yeah.
Yes, there may be some magic heading your way. Yes, absolutely.
Definitely. It's going to be good. And we'd just like to give a shout out to those who want to stay up tomorrow night or to Friday morning at 1 a.m. in the UK for after hours. So Colin, Carlos and Jason, or 8 p.m. Eastern time. And also a shout out to Dean at the Live Place, a place for family-friendly podcasts and live streams, and which we're a part of.
Yay!
Hey.
So yeah. So that was a really good show tonight.
It was. Next week.
Now next week.
Yeah, next week.
Slightly controversial, I think.
Ooh.
Annual passes.
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
What are they? What do they involve?
Are they?
What do you get for your money?
Or what do you not get now for your money?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. There's a lot of discussion, and I think we've all had annual passes, I think, for various places.
Yep.
And we're currently pass holders at the minute, and it's even though we can't get there
when we get back up there.
Yeah, when we get back up there. So yeah, we'll be sort of going to have a bit of a deep dive into what you can get in Disneyland Paris, and Walt Disney World annual passes, and when do you find that break-even point when actually you can squeeze that extra trip in, and it sort of balances off. But yeah.
Cool.
Kelly, just about. I'm still on the coffee. Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
Cool.
So yeah, there's only one thing left to say.
Waffle
on. Waffle on.